Alrighty guys, we got a lot to break down in this video. Today was pretty much the calm before the storm. As many of you guys know, the two-day Fed meeting started today, and tomorrow we have the end of the Fed meeting. We have the press conference, Q&A, Jerome Powell, all that good stuff. So today the markets didn't do much, but we are still going to break them down in this video. We also got to break down some stocks and my thoughts on the market. So sit back, relax, take a sip of some water or whatever else you guys are drinking, and let's get right into the video. So check it out. We had the NASDAQ 100 close up 0.2%. The Russell went down 0.4% on the day. We had the S&P down 0.4% as well as the Dow Jones went down the most, surprisingly. Typically, it doesn't do that, but today the Dow went down 0.5% as the VIX went down 4%. And we had gold and silver both down roughly 1.2 to 1.3%. And take a look here on the intraday chart, guys, on SPY, and you can see pretty much the same exact thing on Triple Q. We ended up selling off pretty aggressively from about 1:20 p.m. on the East Coast, where Triple Q was at 278, all the way down to 273, which was right around 320 on the East Coast. So this thing fell about, let's see here, 1.8%. Holy crap, 1.8% in the span of an hour and 40 minutes. And then we got that sharp V-shaped recovery heading into close. I mean, talk about volatility, guys. The amount of swings that we saw in the markets today, up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, you can't even keep track of it at this point. Look at this. Unbelievable. Same thing with SPY. You can see SPY at about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast was right around 376, and this went down all the way to 370, losing about 1.6% value, and then it ended up V-shaped recovering into close, and that's how it only went down 0.3% on the day. So crazy day in these markets today, and tomorrow is going to be even more wild, guys. Way more wild in my opinion, because it all depends on how the Fed is going to react to the inflation that we saw, the CPI report on Monday, or not Monday, from May rather. We got that on Friday. How is the Fed going to react to this? And are they going to be extremely hawkish, or are they going to try and play it off as, oh, it's not that bad, the peak is right around the corner? We have to see how they play it, guys. This is very, very important. At the end of the day, guys, it all comes down to sentiment right now, and what is Powell going to do with these interest rates? Is he going to stick to 50 basis points, or is he going to now go to 75 basis points? Let's say he comes out tomorrow, he's not really hawkish. Let's say he just says a lot of the same things. Oh, we're going to stick to 2 or 3 50 basis point hikes, and inflation is not too bad, or well, obviously it's bad, but it's going to come down soon. Let's say he plays it off. Maybe the markets end up rallying on that. But I'm telling you, if he comes out hawkish, if he says 75 basis point hike, maybe multiple of those, I don't even know. Expect more red in the short term. At least that's my opinion, guys. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but based on what I'm seeing and kind of my thoughts here from what has happened in previous meetings, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, we are a little oversold, even though we have the Fed meeting tomorrow. Now, am I going to go and buy calls right now because we're oversold? Am I going to go load the boat on, short-term calls or do whatever? I'm not doing that quite yet. I'm going to wait until the Fed meeting and see how the markets react to the Fed meeting. So we're going to have to wait pretty much all day. Well, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but me personally, I'm going to be patient tomorrow. That's the way I'm going to approach it. So yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Maybe we do get a snapback on SPY, maybe towards 380, maybe Triple Q, towards, let's see here, something like 285, 290. It's possible. But again, we got to be patient. It all comes down to the sentiment, the Fed sentiment tomorrow, and how Jerome Powell is going to react to the hotter than expected inflation. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Jerome Powell is going to be dovish, hawkish, kind of neutral? What do you think? Drop me some comments, smash that like button, and make sure to subscribe. And before we actually talk about these stocks, which a lot of stocks, even though the markets are getting hit right now. A lot of stocks look pretty good in my opinion on the at least based on the charts here. Before we talk about the stocks, make sure to get your free money from Moomoo and from Webull. You get 5 free shares of stock from Moomoo, each of those being valued all the way up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit. And you could also get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Both of those are linked down below, and if you use those links, it also helps out the channel, guys. And again, you get some free money. I appreciate you as always. And with that being said, let's get into the 7 stocks for this video. So the first stock I want to talk about here, guys, is FedEx, ticker symbol FDX, which went up a whopping 14.4% today. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a second, FedEx reported earnings today? I didn't think they had earnings today. And they didn't have earnings today, guys. They actually report earnings in a couple of weeks from now. They got, or rather, we got news that they ended up raising their quarterly dividend by more than 50% to $1.15 per share. So that's a very good sign. That's a sign that, financially speaking, and I haven't done a deep dive into their finances recently, so I don't really remember exactly what they look like, but just based off the fact that they raised their quarterly dividend by more than 50% to $1.15 per share, just the fact that they're doing that in this inflation storm, in this recession, as the economy is not doing the best, that's a sign that they're doing pretty decent, right? They're doing okay, and that's a good sign to investors. Investors are like, oh, that's a good sign. Let's buy the stock up. And it ended up going up 14% on the day, and it took the highs out from not only last week, but the past couple of weeks. Now FedEx is trading at a multi-week, actually it's at a multi-month high, with the next main resistance being anywhere from, $240 to about $245 per share. So although it is a little bit stretched, a little bit overbought in the short term, overall, in the next couple of weeks, by the looks of it, there could be more momentum towards 240 plus when it comes to FedEx. The next stock here, we're going to talk about 2 oil stocks now, guys, energy stocks. MPC, let's pull it up. MPC is Marathon Petroleum. This did not go up too much on the day, considering a lot of other energy stocks did very well on the day, but it has come down a decent amount from the recent high, $114. Now it's at $1.02, or $102 rather. It is down about 11-12%, putting it right in correction territory. And by the looks of it, guys, let's be honest, the uptrend is still continuing. We're looking strong. And, if we get buyers, and mind you, we haven't quite yet gotten a lot of buying pressure, but let's say we do get buyers anywhere from $95 to $100 a share, that could be a point where, I consider getting in. Considering, if you guys look, based on the past couple of months here, as we've been in an oil bull run, energy stocks have been crushing it. This thing has been riding the 180 moving average for months. Each time it pulls back a little bit, buyer step in, boom, bid it up. So let's see if we get that again, maybe around $95 to $100 a share on MPC. And I'm also looking at something similar here with Occidental Petroleum, ticker symbol OXY. Look at this. It's down about $12 a share over the past couple of weeks. And really, it hasn't been that long. It's just been 3 weeks, and it's down about 16%. And what we're noticing is today it went up almost 4%, so very strong day. And we are towards the bottom of the uptrending channel here on the 4-hour chart, and we're slightly under the 180 SMA, which if that breaks at $63, $64, we can get a bigger move to the upside on Oxy. So I'm going to set an alert here, probably at about $63.50. Let's do that. Mark is at or above $63.50. That point breaks, boom, 70, 75. That could be the next point where this goes, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments, guys. And the next one here is IBM, International Business Machines. This one went up 0.5% on the day, and we actually called it out, a couple of videos, maybe not a couple of videos ago, but probably more towards, a week or two, we called it out, as it did, or rather, it was very close to breaking out at that point. Then it did break out, like we talked about when we called it out. It went from 140 to 145, and now look at it. We got a lot of profit taking. The stock's down about 6-7% in the past couple of days, and it's right around the 180 SMA. We're finding support right around $135. So let's see if we get buying pressure back up towards 140 on the stock, which has been resistance for a good couple of months. If that point breaks, 145, 150 plus, that is where it could be going in my opinion. So IBM, keep your eyes on it. Monster's another one. MNST, let's pull it up. Monster went up 4.3% on the day. So a lot of stocks, it's funny, right? Today was a decent day. I don't even want to say a decent day. It was just a regular old day in the markets for the most part. We did have some volatility, but it was a regular old day, a little bit in the red, a little bit in the green, but we had a lot of individual stocks that were up a decent amount. Monster up 4%, FedEx crushed it, Energy did well. We'll talk about some more here in a little bit. Chinese stocks did well. So it was one of those days, right? MNST went up 4.2%, and what we're noticing here, if I zoom in, it's looking like it's at the bottom of a channel here. We got buying pressure above the 180 SMA. We're now above the 50 SMA as well. Look at this, guys. I mean, this looks pretty good, in my opinion, for a move maybe back towards 90 plus, towards the mid 90s. I think that is where we could be going here on MNST. If I pull up this 4-hour chart, or zoom out rather, I've mentioned before, we also have an inverse head and shoulders, which is playing out right now. Look at this. We have the left shoulder right here, if it wants to work. Then we have the head right here. Then we have the right shoulder, which now I guess we're on our way to completing. And if we get to the top of that channel, maybe break out mid-high 90s, the right shoulder will be completing. So MNST, I really like it here. Keep your eyes on it, guys. GameStop as well. We talked about this in my previous video, and I think it went up even more from when I made that video. You guys can see GameStop went up 7% on the day. It's trading at the bottom, towards the bottom of the channel here. We're making higher lows, but we are a little bit under the 50 moving average, which we're about $4 away from breaking at about 130 bucks. If we do take that out, if GameStop breaks out of there, I see a big move coming, and you guys know how big, or rather how quickly this stock can move. It can move 20% in a day, no problem, 10, 15%. No freaking problem. So I have my alert at 130, looking for a move up towards 155, maybe even 160 plus on GameStop if things really get hot. So GME, watch out for it. And you guys might as well keep your eyes on AMC. This one up 4% on the day. It is under both moving averages though. So in terms of technicals, the charts, GameStop looks better, but AMC could catch fire too. If this thing starts breaking $12.50, $13, it might be off to the races. So even though the chart doesn't look as good as GameStop, I'm still going to put an alert here. Mark is at or above $13 a share. And the last one here is Redbox. So we are being a little bit, we're being degenerates here at the end of the video, guys. We're talking about GameStop, Redbox, AMC, and you guys know what Redbox is, right? They used to have these, all over the place outside of grocery stores, the mall. Pretty much a lot of retail stores had these right outside of, the store, right? And you would go there and you could essentially, the point of Redbox is, it's a place where you go get DVDs from, right, guys? You go, they got a list of movies, you put your card in, you get your DVD, you go watch the movie, you bring it back, and boom, that's Redbox. And obviously, that is a dying business. I haven't seen, well, actually, there is one at the Jersey Shore, where I go at the Jersey Shore. I've seen one, which is like crazy because I haven't seen any of these in a while. It's a dying business, but they are still out there. But it is a dying business. I mean, today, look, Redbox went down 35% on the day. And it's one of those that it's a Wall Street bet stock now. And personally, I didn't even realize this was a publicly traded company until recently. I'm like, Redbox was publicly traded. How are they not out of business yet? And I thought they closed down a bunch of their locations, a couple years ago or recently, maybe a year or two ago. I don't know. But it's one of those that clearly is dying, and it fits the mold of what Wall Street bets goes after. AMC, dying company, high short interest, boom, it's a squeeze potential stock. Same with GameStop. Here we are with Redbox. This thing was $1.50 a couple of months ago, and it recently ran $18. And now look at it. It's pulled back 34% on the day, and it's down even more from that recent high. It's down 50%. And who knows if it's over, guys. So I'm watching it around $9, $10, and let me tell you, this is extremely freaking speculative. So trade at your own risk, guys. I'm not one of these channels that's pumping this stock and telling you to buy. In fact, you should not buy the stock. Stay away from the stock. But if you want to speculate, if you want to gamble, essentially, like we're in Vegas, hey, maybe you could look at this stock and put a very teeny amount of money in that you are willing to lose. And me personally, I'm not in this stock, nor do I really plan on buying it unless we get some crazy short-term trading opportunity, which we'll see. Maybe we end up getting that. But keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm not one of these BS channels pumping stocks. I would stay away from this, to be honest. But hey, if you're a bit risky, you want to take a little risk, you want to gamble like you're in Vegas, I'd say go for it. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join my Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon family, you get all my buy, sells, call outs, morning videos, more access to me throughout the day, private Discord, all of that is linked down below, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And don't forget to get your 5 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit. And you could also get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited, and you could get $40 off Seeking Alpha Premium. All of that is linked down below, and all those links, just know, guys, help out the channel, and I appreciate all of you as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out.